The period from Noah to Abraham was parallel to the period from Adam to Noah, and was to restore that earlier period through indemnity. It was discussed earlier why this period was made 400 years. 7. God had Noah endure the 40-day flood judgment for the purpose of accomplishing the goal of the providence of restoration, which he had pursued by setting up the 10 generations and 1600 years. When this 40-day flood judgment was defiled by Satan due to Ham's mistake, God had to work through another central figure to restore it. From Adam to Noah, God worked to fulfill indemnity periods to restore the number 160 in each of 10 generations. In the parallel period of 10 generations from Noah to Abraham, God set each generation as the indemnity period to restore the number 40, which is derived from the flood judgment. The failure of the 40-day flood judgment had to be restored through a period of the number 40. Since the restoration of each subsequent generation had to span its entire length, it could not be fulfilled in only 40 days. Hence, God set the indemnity period to be fulfilled by each generation as 40 years. A day of the flood was indemnified by a year, just as in Moses' time. When the failure of the 40-day mission to spy out the land was restored through 40 years of wandering in the wilderness. 8. Since the dispensation in which each generation was set as a 40-year indemnity period continued through 10 generations, the entire span of the indemnity period came to be 400 years. 2.6 Providential periods of horizontal restoration through indemnity, carried out vertically. As explained earlier, each central figure of the providence is called to restore horizontally all the vertical indemnity conditions accumulated up to his time. Hence, the longer providential history is prolonged, the heavier the indemnity conditions will be for the central figures of later generations to fulfill horizontally. In the providence of restoration in Adam's family, there were as yet no vertical indemnity conditions because the providence had just begun.